हाय, आज हम लोग बात करेंगे यूनिट नंबर 3 अकाउंटिंग फॉर कंपनीज। यूनिट नंबर 3 ऑफ 12th CBSE और अदर स्टेट बोर्ड्स। So accounting for companies students, let's link this with your 11th standards understanding। हम इसको आपके 11th स्टैंडर्ड में जो चीज़ें हम लोगों ने सीखी है हम इसको उससे लिंक करते हैं। देखिए, अगर हम फिर से बात करें अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस की, नाउ प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस। लगभग हम हर वीडियो में इसके बारे में बात करते हैं। इसलिए बात करते हैं क्योंकि इससे आपकी कहीं ना कहीं अंडरस्टैंडिंग ज़्यादा बेहतर तरीके से हो पाती है। सो हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं इसको। अगेन द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, दैट इज आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शंस। Identification of financial transaction is step number 1. Then measurement in the monetary terms. Then recording, classifying and summarizing. Okay. So if we talk about this summarizing step, so this summarizing step till here you have studied in 11th standard. Let me make it very clear. Then after summarizing, analysis, interpretations and communication, this everything is there in 12th standard. So till summarizing you have studied in 11th standard. So what you have summarized? What you have summarized till 11th. So till 11th you have learned to identify the business financial transactions, measuring in monetary terms, then recording that is what? Making journal entries. You have learned to prepare the journal entries. Okay. And the next step, you have learned to prepare ledger. Summarizing, trial balance, trading and profit and loss account of sole proprietorship. Hopefully you are able to understand this. Okay. So we are trying to link up with that. Means identification of financial transaction, measurement the monetary term, recording, that is making of journal entries, and classifying, that is ledger, and here trial means summarizing step. So this trial balance, trading and profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So till here we have learned to prepare the फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप। एक अकेला व्यक्ति जो रिस्क लेता है, पूंजी लगाता है, कैपिटल लगाता है, बिजनेस के सारे उठापटक को मैनेज करता है और अगर प्रॉफिट अर्न करता है सो ही सोली एंजॉय द प्रॉफिट। इफ सफर अ लॉस देन ही ओनली द पर्सन हु सफर द लॉस। सो हियर वी हैव लर्न टू प्रिपेयर द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ इट। नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल, that in 12th standard we have learned something in unit number 1, that is preparation of financial statement of not for profit organizations। ऐसी संस्थाएं जो प्रॉफिट कमाने के उद्देश्य से काम नहीं करती है, हमने उनके फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बनाना सीखे। रिसीट्स एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, बैलेंस शीट। यूनिट नंबर 2, we have learned to prepare the financial statement of partnership। means different form of business organizations are there। This we have learned in 11th standard business studies। 11th standard के business studies में हमने different form of business organization learn किया है। form of business organizations, that is basically in the private sector we have learned 5: sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company, cooperative society, and joint Hindu undivided family business. So see, we have learned to prepare the financial statement of sole proprietorship in 11th standard. We have learned to prepare the financial statement of partnership in 12th standard. Now in this unit we are going to learn financial statement of joint stock company. Joint stock companies. Now we need to understand. Now financial statements are similar, whether it is in sole proprietorship, partnership, joint into family business, cooperative societies or cooperative society or joint stock companies. The financial statements are same. So different is what? Different is a recording, accounting, treatment. how differently it maintained. So we would be making the journal entries, we would be making the ledger, we would be summarizing it, trial balance, trading profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. But the things are what? Now, what is the difference? Why we need to study it as a separate unit? This you need to understand. So, in sole proprietorship, we are having a sole proprietorship में हमारे पास में केवल एक ही ओनर होता था, एक ही कैपिटल होती थी. Please understand this very carefully. In sole proprietorship, what we used to have, only one owner. He is the whole soul. If profit occurs, he'll enjoy. If loss occurs, he'll suffer. Only one capital. But in the partnership, what? We were having the more number of the owners. That's why we need to prepare the partners' capital accounts. Generally, in the partnership business, we are having more number of the owners. But what about in the joint stock companies? In joint stock companies, we are having 100,000 lakhs of owners. Hopefully, you are able to understand. Okay, so when the number of the owners are used, बहुत बड़ी संख्या में जब ओनर्स हैं तो फिर हम उनके अकाउंट्स कैसे मेंटेन करेंगे, हाउ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनीज विल बी मेंटेन, दिस वी आर गोइंग टू रिकॉर्ड और दिस वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इन दिस यूनिट. सो बेसिकली द थिंग्स आर स्टिल अप टू स्टिक और अडर विद द समराइजिंग स्टाइल. ये आपको ध्यान से समझना पड़ेगा कि अभी भी हम लोग इसी स्टेप पर चल रहे हैं व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द यूनिट 3. Okay, so the accounting process, what is started from the 11th standard, identification of financial transaction, measurement of monetary terms, recording, classifying and summarizing. Okay, so in the summarizing we have learned to prepare the financial statement of sole proprietorship. In 12th standard we have learned to prepare the financial statement of partnership business, and now we are going to learn the financial statement of joint stock company. Okay, so this is the root of this chapter or root of this title. So hopefully you are able to understand. Now, what about it? Accounting for companies. हम लोग इसके आगे बात करेंगे. Joint stock company का basically we have already discussed कि हम लोग joint stock company के financial statement बनाने जा रहे हैं. So the things are what, students? You need to understand. While preparing the financial statement of joint stock company, we need to strictly follow the guidelines given. We need to strictly follow the guidelines given in Schedule 3rd of Company Act 2013-14. शेड्यूल 3rd में जो गाइडलाइंस दे रखी कि किस तरीके से आप फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट इनके प्रिपेयर करेंगे. ठीक है, दिस वी हैव प्रिपेयर्ड द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप, पार्टनरशिप, ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट हमने बना दिया, बैलेंस शीट बना दी. देन वी वर नॉट फॉलोइंग द एग्जैक्ट मार्शलिंग. ओके, वी वर नॉट फॉलोइंग द वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट पोर्शंस लाइक इफ वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग द बैलेंस शीट, है ना. बैलेंस शीट अगर हम लोग बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो उसमें हम लोगों ने कितना ज़्यादा उस पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं किया कि पहले नंबर पर हम क्या लिखने वाले हैं, दूसरे नंबर पर क्या लिखेंगे, तीसरे नंबर पर क्या लिखेंगे एंड सो ऑन. Because though that's matter, but it is not that much matter in the sole proprietorship and the partnership. Okay, this is called the marshalling, the order of recording the assets and liabilities. Which assets would be recorded first and which assets would be recorded at the level second. But when we talk about a company, so the act is very particular to prepare, to mention the things in the financial statement of company. Okay, so there what happens, we need to prepare the financial statement very systematically by following the guidelines given in Schedule 3rd of the Company Act 2013-14. So this we would be talking about in the unit number 4. This we would be talking about in unit number 4, how to prepare the vertical balance sheet and the income statement and what are the items to be included. But basically in this chapter in this unit we are going to talk about the accounting for companies. Basically it involves two chapters. Accounting for share capital and accounting for debenture. Now debenture is also having the two sub-part, issue and redemption. Okay, so basically in this unit we would be talking about this two items, that is accounting for share capital and accounting for debenture. So let's start with the share capital. अभी हम लोग इसके बारे में शेयर कैपिटल के बारे में स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, अकाउंटिंग फॉर कंपनीज. सो see, in sole proprietorship a single person is there who decide how much money I want to invest in my business. एक सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में क्या होता है कि अकेला व्यक्ति डिसाइड करता है कि मुझे अपने बिजनेस में कितना पैसा लगाना है. पार्टनरशिप, इन पार्टनरशिप बिजनेस व्हाट हैपेंड, जनरली इट हैपेंड 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people or 100 people. Okay, maximum. So these people decide how much money we are going to invest in business. Okay, but here what happened? In the share capital, in companies, so the company itself is an artificial person. Company itself is an artificial person created by law. Created by law. So company itself will decide with the help of the initial director called as the promoter that what would be the share capital of company. Company का share capital कितना होगा company decide करते हैं. Now the amount has been decided. The amount has been decided. Let's say कि कंपनी का जो कैपिटल है वो होगा 100 rupees. Just to understand. Now who will contribute this 100 rupees? Now we need to understand. इसको बहुत ध्यान से अच्छे से समझें. Who will invest this 100 rupees since the company itself is an artificial person created by law? Okay, and basically just to assist two directors, the initial directors are there called as a promoter who are promoting this company. Okay, they cannot invest this 100 rupees themselves because company is an artificial person. So what happened? They decide to raise this capital from the market. So what they do? They do share the capital in the small part. What they do? They divide the whole capital in the small part called as the small part of capital known as share और इन हिंदी अंश. ओके, कंपनी के उस पूरे कैपिटल को छोटे छोटे से पार्ट में डिवाइड किया जाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड अंश या शेयर, एंड दे यूज टू सेल दिस स्मॉल पार्ट और अंश टू द जनरल पब्लिक. उसके लिए न्यूज़पेपर में एडवर्टीजमेंट दिया जाता है, बिजनेस मैगजीन में एडवर्टीजमेंट दिया जाता है, कंपनी अपनी वेबसाइट पर एडवर्टीजमेंट देती है, एंड बाय ऑल द way they promote it. This company, let's say the name title ABC Limited. ABC Limited has decided to raise 100 rupees from the market. Now whosoever is interested to invest their money in this company, they can purchase this small part of the company's capital called share by the amount what the company has decided. So basically this capital has been shared by number of people. Number of the people, that means not a single person is investing this money in capital, in company. Okay, that may be A, B, C, D, number of the investors are there. So basically the capital what is there with the company, it has been shared by the many people. Therefore it is called share capital. Therefore it is called what? Share capital. It is not been owned by a single person. It has been shared by the number of people. That's why it is called share capital. Now you think about if it is a one person company, so obviously no problem is there. That is a separate portions, we'll study it. Okay, now it is a private company, so there is also the limited number of the members are there, that is up to 200. But what about the public company? See, the theory part of this you have already studied in 11th business studies, second chapter, form of business organizations. What is the difference between the private company and the public company? But when we are talking about a public company, so the number of the members can be unlimited. एक पब्लिक कंपनी के मेंबर्स कितने हो सकते हैं? अनलिमिटेड हो सकते हैं. So definitely the share capital or the capital what has been shared by the unlimited members, so the company has to maintain the systematic record so that what? The further executions can be done properly, that is the distribution of dividend, transfer of shares and other things. Okay, so that's why what happens, it's need to learn it as a separate chapter, separate title, so that what we can understand the accounting or the treatment of the share capital, how the company issues their shares, how the company receive money and how do they maintain the record of it. Now, we need to also understand this, the company is having the options like any other business organization is having the options to arrange owner's fund and the borrowed fund. Okay, if we talk about the sources of fund, so basically the two options are there, owner's fund and borrowed fund. Okay, so if the company is able to arrange the money through the owner's funds like issuing the shares, then fine. But what if the people are not interested to purchase the shares of a new company? Or maybe any other reason, when the people are not ready to purchase the shares of these companies, then the company may decide to borrow loan. It is just like borrowing a loan from a bank, but it is little different by issuing the debenture. Okay, so the company may also decide to issue debentures to arrange fund. Okay, so this debenture company can issue to arrange the fund. Simultaneously, a company may decide to issue the shares as well as debenture, or alternatively shares or debenture. But ultimately, what these both sources are there to arrange the fund from market. Hopefully, you are able to understand. Okay, so the company may arrange the fund. By issuing the shares and debentures from the market. Okay, so in this unit, accounting for the companies, we would be learning how the accounts are maintained while the company is issuing the share capital, or how the accounts will be maintained when the company is issuing the debentures. Okay, it also includes the issue of debenture and the redemptions of debenture. Okay, so this fundamental theory we have already studied in 11th standard, but here also the 12th standard also, the fundamental theory part is already given, that what does it mean, what kind of shares are there, what does it mean share capital, what different type of the shares are there, what different type of debentures are there, which are redeemable, non-redeemable, when the shareholders will get their money back, when the debenture holders will get their money back, and all the related portion is there in the theory part. So this is quite expected. We must go through this theory part so that what we would be able to deal with the numericals properly. Hopefully you are able to understand this. Okay, so what in this two separate chapter. Okay, in some books it is given 2 chapters, in some books it is given 3 chapters. That is, issue is given separately and the redemption is given separately. But ultimately that's a part of it. Okay, so the accounting for share capital, so here we would be learning if the company issues the shares, so how we would be maintaining the accounts. And what are the different modes to issue the shares? Maybe the company is selling the share in the lump sum, कि कंपनी ने डिसाइड किया है कि हमने शेयर बेचा और पूरा पैसा एक साथ ले लिया. Or the maybe company is going to call the money in the installment, like first installment, second installment, third installment, fourth installment. Okay, so this we would be learning further. And the debentures, likewise the company can decide to sell the debenture and arrange the fund immediately in lump sum, or may decide to sell the debentures in installment, like first call, applications, allotment, first call, second call. These are the type of installments. Okay, so this is just an introductory video or introductory part of this accounting for the companies. We would be studied this in the details, but this is just to show that what the things are there in this accounting for companies and what we would be learning and how this accounting for companies link up with our previous understanding of the previous knowledge. So if you are having any doubts or query, you can put in the comment section, and the further videos would be explaining further the numericals of share capital. Okay, so thank you so much.